Hello, cuties and gremlins. Welcome back to another doll video. Wow, Julia, you popped this out quick! Yeah, these next couple of months should hopefully be filled with content if my video editor / husband can survive. Wish him luck, he might need it. Anyways, on to the meat and cheese of this video. This gremlin is made for a super fun collab Enchanterium hosted on their Patreon. Recommend joining, they are sweet. The prompt is simple. Choose a monster that you always wanted to be or best suits your traits. I did twist this a little bit, forgive me, and my character is based off my cute and cursed logo and given life as a full-fledged goblin cat hybrid monster. A Kremlin, if you will. She is something like a folklore brownie. I imagine she travels between the walls of Monster High collecting interesting bits and bobs that people dropped or forgot about. She used to steal people's socks, but stopped after the incident. I also like to collect trinkets, such as dried flowers, your grandma's decor, and dried flowers. I'm sure if you're paying attention, you might have noticed how long the concept art stage is lasting. I really wanted to nail in the look of a mischievous little collector, so this doll went through extensive designing by both me and my husband. Finally, we landed here, and I got to crafting. My lucky victim for today is this adorable little cave club doll. Just gonna pop the head off and get to work. To prep the new ears home, I'm just gonna unviolently cut the human ears off and give her brand new wire ears. I dabble some super glue onto the small wires to give the clay something to grip to, which surprisingly worked. While doing the first pass of clay, I build up around the eyes so that during the face-up, I can draw the eyes closer together. This will help it match my original concept art. After a couple passes of clay, it is ready for some off-camera sanding and priming. While the head is away at Head Priming Farm, we could commence the long journey that is making clothes. The pants are simple enough. I stole them from a porcelain doll and altered them to fit. The dress, however, took 2 tries before I was happy, so don't trust the pattern on screen. It will only lead to betrayal. I figured the underskirt would be a simple enough thing to show on my sewing machine. Oh, never again. Arm wraps were briefly considered. I ended up taking them off because it just made that area unnecessarily busy. The bag was super daunting, but surprisingly pretty chill and fun. I finally had an excuse to use my dog's baby tooth. This is one of the 2 I was able to collect. She very rudely kept the rest from me.
What?
So there's a lot of potion bottles that you see me making on and off screen. And you're probably wondering, wow, that is a lot. What is why? And what is why is because I'm going to be showing you a special little surprise at the very end featuring all the unused potion bottles, so I will not be wasting them, and they will be put to very adorable use. I ended up cutting the black thread off right before pictures because I thought that it was a little bulky and kind of ugly, so I replaced it with something a bit more discreet. The head is back from the farm, so let's drop it like it's hot. Oh. I wanted to put it back on before doing the face up, just in case the paint cracks during the process, which it did. Luckily, that's an easy sanding fix, so we will worry about it later. For the best part of the whole outfit, the quilted style cloak. I cut out and prepped some cloak shapes that I glue little fabric squares onto. It was really satisfying. When the glue dries, I start sewing the cloak part together and got a new background that my husband thinks is bad. So I will get a different one that will make its premiere in my next video. Anyways, I make a collar in a similar fashion and sew that on. It's so cute. Nothing can make this better. Well, except some pointy bits and bells. Yes. The closure of the poncho sent me to a new realm of cursed. I tried chains, buttons, and even crying. I even considered making it a hat briefly. Putting my hard work poncho on. Nothing felt right, so I put it aside for a couple of days, which is fine. Please don't push through something that is upsetting you. Being upset isn't going to help you or the project. The solution ended up being a cute little accessory wrapped around my Halloween candle, which you will see later. Finally, to the good stuff, the face up. We start out by inserting an armature wire into the back of her head and creating a hook. I get my friend to airbrush his skin color skin tone onto her skin, then I commence drawing on her face skin. This whole thing was a huge trust the process, especially the left eye.
I don't know, the left eye looks really bad.
The right eye, though, looks fire.
I know!
But it all worked out in the end. The catchlights really made me confident in my work. Here's the final look. And now we can coat that cranium and get started on the hair. It's easy, just glue the hair in a way that looks adequate enough. What the heck am I gonna make the ponytail puff? No, that's a horrible idea. Let's wrap the hair around instead and have the head hair cover the wire hair. Yeah, that's convincing. Alright, anyways, time to curl these wispies. Heat the chopstick up first and curl the hair around it. Careful not to burn yourself. I backbrushed the top to give it more of a poofy look.
Yeah.
Almost done, just gotta wrap this thing. Oh, I am satisfied with this. Looks pretty close to the concept art. Yes. The staff is just a chopstick, wire, and hot glue. When the chopstick is trimmed to size, we can wrap wire around it and trim the wire to size. Now that we have the skeleton, we can add the flesh using hot glue. Use the tip of the gun to force the glue into a believable wood texture. All done, just slap some primer and interesting brown paint on. This is cute, but we can make it especially cute using some flowers wrapped up with some blue ribbon and a butterfly. I just want this in my size. The lantern gets all the cheap looking parts cut off. Then it is used as a guide to shape the wire into a pleasing shape. I attach new framing bits to the lantern. I give it some more paint, a new candle, a fresh handle, and now it is done. I do some final touches off camera and some glossing on camera. And now she's ready for the world. Say hello to Knack, or Nikki for short. Looks a little strange because it looks like the exact same two pictures right next to each other, but you're wrong. It's actually maybe an optical illusion. So pause it here, cross your eyes, pull apart, pull far away, and then maybe you'll get one 3D image. Let me know in the comments if it works for you. So here's Knack. I'm really proud of her. She was super difficult to make, but I'm really happy that I persevered. I really like the bell. She makes sounds when you jiggle her. And I don't know, she looks really close to my concept art, and I think it's the closest I've gotten to like staying true to concept art. The most challenging part was making the cloak. I didn't make it long enough, and I didn't realize until it was too late, because originally I wanted it to like completely cover her face, but because I made it so bulky, it doesn't wrap around her short, stubby little neck very well. And so I try to make it close really cutely, and I tried like 3 different things and a lot of super glue, so part of her cloak is kind of now crunchy, but you can't tell unless you touch it, which none of you should be touching it, because then I will be calling the police. All right, like and subscribe.